So I'm back with another video today, and I really wanted to talk about how easily and how often we give our power away to other people. All the time we do this. And you might ask, what is that? What is giving your power away? How do I give my power away to somebody? So let me just ask you a question. How often do you say yes to something that you don't want to do? Or how often do you not speak on something or voice your opinion on something that you really feel like you should have said something? How often has that happened? Well, I'm here to tell you that those are a couple of ways of the very common ways that we give our power away to other people. And when we do those things, when we do things we don't want to do, when we don't speak and use our voice when we know we should, and we're not honoring ourselves in those moments, and therefore we're giving our power away to those people, into those situations. And so this morning, I was doing an emotional clearing, something I do to just release old trapped emotions. And I had the feeling of anger come up, and I asked myself, I said with myself, what is this message you have for me? What does this anger want to tell me? And I had an old situation come up where I was consistently giving my power away to someone in a situation where I didn't want to be rude. I didn't want to be, a bitch. So I just smiled and said yes and went along with the situation. And I consistently did this. And so what was happening is every time I went along with things or said things, said yes to things, or just went along with a situation that I really didn't want to go along with, I was building an self-hate or an anger for myself. I was angry at myself. I was angry at the person, but I was angry more so at myself for allowing it, because I have all the power to control myself and my situations that I'm in, and I didn't. I allowed things to happen and play out in a way that I shouldn't have, and so I started to be angry with myself, and I allowed these emotions to kind of suppress and build and build and build. And so anyways, that's a whole nother topic, releasing suppressed emotions. But this is what can happen when we don't honor ourselves. And we have the anger. A lot of us are angry, and or more so sad. A lot of us find a sadness within us, and we're emotional, and a lot of times we don't know why. And we get angry, and anger and sadness, they go together. And if you're angry, most of the time it's because deep down you're sad about something. And so a lot of the times it's due to how we have not honored ourselves, and how we are just going about life and going along and doing things that really aren't true to what we want. And we're kind of just allowing things to unfold, and people to make decisions for us, and just going along with things, and that's not good. We're not honoring ourselves in those moments. We're not taking care of ourselves and doing what feels good to us. We are allowing our power to be stripped from us when we do this. And so as I sat with myself and thought about what happened in the past, I promised myself that I was never gonna allow this to happen again. And this just starts small, little small things. If a friend asks you to do something, and maybe that day you don't want to do it, honor that. It's okay. It's okay to say no. And we feel like, a lot of times if we say no, then people aren't going to like us, or it's, going to be uncomfortable to say how we really feel. And the more we do this, it's just so unhealthy. And so I just want to challenge everybody out there to, over the next week, let's say over the next week, really just in every moment this week, in every situation, feel what it is you truly feel and what it is you truly want when you're asked to do something, or um, something may come up and maybe you're invited somewhere, or there's a situation where you feel like you should speak up and you don't want to, but you know you should. Honor yourself in these moments. Maybe just even one thing, if you can do one thing that honors your feelings, something that you probably would never do because you were too nervous or too scared to do. Um, just saying no, maybe just saying no. Over the next week, just try to honor that and honor yourself and see how it feels, because we are so concerned with what people think and how people feel about us and what they're going to say, and we don't want to look like a bitch, and we just really care too much about what people feel about us and how they view us. And so let's try to not give a fuck this week. Let's try to not care. And so I want to just go over something that I do, just a little really easy process that I use to call my power back from people in the past and situations that strip my power. So it's very easy, it's very simple, but it works. It works for me. So what I do, and I would advise you to be as loud as you can possibly be, because you want to have power behind it, to call your power back to you. So I usually start by just settling in and taking a few deep breaths and just really getting relaxed. And then I'll call to mind a person or situation that I felt stripped my power, that took my power from me, or a situation where I didn't honor myself. And most of the time it's a person. And you're here, so you envision this person and envision them wherever you were, wherever this happened, you envision them there. And just very loudly, as loud as you can, you say, I now call all of my power back to me from this person's name. You call your power back from this person's name, and envision a white light, or whatever color light you want it to be. I usually envision a bright white light. As I repeat this, and I repeat this, I now call my power back to me, all of my power back to me from ... over and over and over, until I feel that boom, till I feel it like whoo, and it's like usually a tingly feeling, or I usually feel it here in my heart chakra. It's just like a big zap, and I repeat it and I repeat it and I repeat it, and I envision that white light leaving their body and really forcefully coming into my body. And I just always know when it's done, because I feel so energized, And this is something simple that you can do. I mean, you can do it for something that's happened recently. It doesn't have to be something that happened in the past. But this is a really awesome technique that I use to call my power back. So I would recommend that for sure. And I would also recommend that this week at least, let's just start one situation. Really honor how you feel, honor your feelings, honor what it is that feels good to you and what you want. So those two things, and I hope that you all have a very, very blessed, beautiful, and peaceful week. And I will see you in the next video.